Good morning, lovelies. I am into the draft today of Embodying Earth. I had an excellent day at work yesterday. I started drafting the introduction section of the book. I did post a little snippet, a little preview of why this book, the section called Why This Book, on my Facebook page. So if you're on the Facebook watching this live, well then you've probably already seen it, but if you're on YouTube, I will put a link to the little snippet in the notes so that you can flick across and have a look and see if it's something that might interest you. So I know that I'm sharing my creative process here, which can be taken completely independently of any of the work that I actually do. You know, maybe it just interests you to see somebody working through a process. I know that that is something that I really appreciate when artists, you know, authors, musicians, anybody who consciously creates. And that's a whole other section of videos and something that is a project that I work on with Orna Ross and her Creativist Club. She has some amazing stuff. I'll put a link to Orna's Creativist stuff in the notes as well, because that's really, really worth checking out. And the way that she works seems to fit so beautifully with the way that I work. And we're doing a little bit of stuff together, and so I'll probably talk about that in the future. But when I watch somebody going through their creative process, it just reinforces the fact that there are no new problems in the world, there are no new insecurities or new feelings. The things that humans have in common are so much more numerous than the things that we feel that are different. And watching somebody else go through their process and being vulnerable and really exposing the raw stuff that they go through when they're creating just highlights that for me, and helps me feel a little bit more normal in the crazy times and when I feel like I'm just going completely nuts or everything I'm doing is just completely worthless. It's such a cyclical process. And it's just a matter of allowing yourself to shift into the next phase. And there are tools and ways to support yourself while you do that. And the more people that I watch and share in how they move through their process, the more confident and comfortable I am with my own. And then there's that freeing up where the resistance to your own process, my own process, falls away. And things become softer, and the flow becomes just this, it's like a gentle breathing into the way that I work, rather than struggling to keep my head above water all the time. That was very deep. I hadn't intended to go very philosophical on your asses today. I have a word count today. Let me flick it up. I'll just open my Scrivener file. Here it is. My target today, my word count target, is 2,250 words. Now that is based on a total word count for the book of 30,000 words. I'll have more of an idea of what the final word count for the book will be after I start actually writing a few chapters, because I want to make sure that I put enough into it, but not too much, because it's an instructive book, it's a guide, and so I need to walk that line between being informative and being overwhelming with information. And as a teacher, when I've got a room of when I'm in front of students, it's easier to walk that line, because I can gauge from their response how much is being understood, you know, which things I need to go into more deeply, which things I can skim over. But with a book, it's a new experience. I can't do that. And so even though I'm used to preparing notes for students and manuals for students to teach, it's still just the basis of my personal interaction with them. And so this is going to be interesting to see how I tackle that. And I guess I won't know how successful I am until people are reading the book and I'm getting some reviews and comments back from it. So it's exactly 9:05 now. I will get into my word counts. The other little fun thing that I started doing yesterday that I wanted to tell you about is goes into the marketing part of my business. Now, these videos that I'm doing, this is a new thing, and so I'm going to keep them live because I like the raw nature of it. I think that I respond better when I'm not working to a scripted thing, so you get more value out of this stuff, and it gets me right into the flow, because I just have to just loose all the things that would bind my tongue in order to even make these videos, and so that immediately puts me into trusting my process and just leaping into the flow. And so that's why I'm going to keep the videos live. I'll still upload them to my YouTube channel, so I'm getting quite a collection now. I think I'm up to 13 or 14, maybe even 15. Oh, I don't know, there's lots of videos there now, which is kind of cool. And the thumbnail, the graphic that I was making for the thumbnail of the videos was the same colours, the same pictures, just with different words and a different update number. And it was like a wall of boring when I looked at it all together. And so I started yesterday going through and scrubbing through the videos to select a screen grab of me in a facial expression that matched the title of the video that I had selected. And so that was actually a lot of fun. So if you go through my YouTube channel or go through the video page on my Facebook, you'll see that there's lots of new colours and me different expressions, and that's been so much fun. And I've got a couple more of those to finish off this morning, and then I'll get into writing. So the goal is 2,250 words today, and I will let you know how I go when I see you tomorrow. Okay, bye lovelies.